Quick question. Do you think Nelly and Snoop Dogg are selling out by performing at Trump's inauguration today? Today's January the 20th. It is the beginning of Trump's America, good people. It is here and it is happening. And regardless of how you feel or your political affiliation, he's the president, right? He's the president of the United States. This is happening today at the inauguration. But I wanted to draw the attention to Nelly and Snoop Dogg for a quick moment to just talk about their participation in at the inauguration, right? What are your thoughts? I've had some conversations with this during our Sunday dinners. If you're not familiar with Urban Intellectuals, hey, my name is Freddie Taylor. I'm the CEO and founder of Urban Intellectuals. Black History Made Easy is not only our mantra, but it's our promise. But every Sunday we hold Sunday dinner, right? We go to grandma's house and hold a discussion, not have soulful food for the belly, but soulful conversation for the mind, the body, and the spirit, and our community with like-minded individuals. And we were talking about this yesterday about Snoop Dogg and Nelly making a decision to participate in the Trump inauguration. Now, I gotta say a couple of things first. In my opinion, one, I thought Nelly should just shut up, right? Like he said some good things, right? He said some really good things. I think he validated his point. I thought it was really, really good. And then he kept talking. And then it's just like, if you would have just been quiet, I think that you could have rolled this thing out. But it's obvious that the black community has some disagreements with you on this. And then with Snoop Dogg, I mean, there's a viral clip of him in 2017 that didn't age well. Let me play it real quick for you. Check it out. There's some sensitive language in here, of course. It is Snoop Dogg, right? So let me see. Let me click over here and get this so you can have this quick conversation. We can get this piece in, and then we can talk about it. So let me unmute here.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out of one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? I was the one that performs for himself.
So I believe this was 2017 when Snoop posted this, Trump's first presidency. So he posted that, and it didn't age well because now he's the jigaboo Negro that he claimed somebody would be if they performed for the president, right? So that's pretty interesting to me there. So put a pin in that, and then let me bring up Nelly and let you hear his thoughts on a similar situation. Well, this is him defending his decision to perform at Trump's inauguration. So check this out.
For my city, and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices, and I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done. If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't an RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. I didn't get none of that 1.5. You see what I'm saying? Like, to try to help somebody get voted. I didn't get none.
Kamala didn't invite you to
No. She didn't invite me.
I didn't invite me either, man. I was going to
understand. Like, so, but I don't knock the ones that did. I don't knock the brothers and sisters that benefited from it. I don't knock the correspondents that may have gotten money to do that. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country, have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office. So if they can put their life on the line for whoever in office, I can damn sure perform for whoever in office.
What do you say to the people that say we're not giving you this backlash because of
this is where I think things went off the rails.
Affiliation or
I think he should have just stopped.
We're giving
It's
you
my
this
opinion.
backlash because you are propping up a white supremacist.
show me where he's a white supremacist. And here's the thing. Okay, I get it. He did say if you don't vote for me, you're not black, right? Oh no, that wasn't him. That wasn't him. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Hold on. He did create.
I know where you're going.
He did create the crime bill in the 90s, which said that if you get caught with 5 grams of crack, you do a mandatory 5 years. That had mass incarceration. I think even the Vice President Kamala spoke on that part that said that the crime bill played a huge part. He didn't do that. Let me see. What did he do? I'm trying to think. The white supremacist. Hold on. I'm gonna get to it. Okay. He did not rent to black people. What was it, in the 70s or the 80s? Is that what they said? And like, okay. Is he renting to him now? So I thought you was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way.
So there you go. He articulated himself and gave you his thoughts on how he views the situation, on why he jumped into it. As I said, I thought he had a valid point with, hey, I respect the office of the presidency. This is an honor and an opportunity, one that you might only get once in a lifetime, right? To do something like that on that magnitude. I think if he would, for me, I think if you would have stopped there, I'd have been like, well, that's kind of hard to defend, right? Whether you like the decision or not, it's ultimately his. Is it a money grab? Perhaps, maybe. A little more context to the story. Turns out that he has a world tour or has a residency in Vegas, right? That he's promoting now. So maybe he's using this as an opportunity to get mass exposure in order to promote his residency. They got the new children. Shout out to him and Ashanti for their thing. I think that's wonderful. But what do y'all think, right? Was he just lining this up? Is he just lining his pockets? And I get into this conversation because, and we know Snoop Dogg has just been everywhere, right? This brother is working with every organization on the planet. It seems like, so additional exposure I can see going towards something good. I got some questions centered around Snoop Dogg in a moment. But what do you think about, let me add another layer, and let me hear you down in the comments. Let me add another layer to the conversation. What do you think about, man, I lost it that quick. Let me jump to Snoop Dogg. Oh no, okay. What do you think about, this, this mentality that we have in the community of money over everything, right? We've constructed a culture where, morals, principles, values are not at the forefront of our decision making. The money is, right? So I know this is a money grab for Snoop and for Nelly, right? An exposure, an opportunity to elevate their platform. But should they, right? Is this money over morals? Is this money over principles? Is this aligning yourself with an entity that doesn't have our best interests in mind? And that's why I think Nelly's conversation went off the rails. Like, he should have just stopped at, I honor the office of the presidency, and this is an honor and an opportunity. I think that's hard to debate and deal with. But when he jumped in and tried to act like Trump doesn't represent that it, right? If you heard me lecture on Mary McLeod Bethune, then you know what I'm talking about, that it. But you know what that it is, right? That racism, that feeling, that tension, that America and the West has brought to Africans in America. And we know it so very well. But to go and perform for that, what does that say about, your moral character, your stance, your belief? Is it just money over everything? Hey, man, I got to get my pockets. But this is the culture that we've bred. So I think that this is like the chickens coming home to roost, right? Like Brother Malcolm talked about, right? We're kind of getting what we deserve. But also, should we be looking at entertainers as political leaders or as leaders in any capacity anyway, right? They know how to make music, and it's wonderful, right? Creative, I think it's a beautiful thing, right? And the world definitely needs art. I think it's very important, but all of them aren't making political statements. All of them aren't forward-leaning thinkers. And I'm not saying that Nelly isn't, right? Or Snoop isn't, right? We're just talking, right? We're having a conversation. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on all of this down in the comments. When it comes to the brother Snoop, man, he had to put his foot in his mouth. And maybe he's evolved, right? Maybe there's an opportunity. But I think that this culture of money over everything has kind of bred this situation that we are in. I don't love it at all. I'm just, just in full transparency. I'm not a big fan of it, but hey, you got to live your life. You got to do what's right to make your decisions. I wouldn't be up there. I don't think that money over everything is not a principle of mine. I often tell on this platform, and the people that really understand and know me, if I really wanted to make some money, I'd open a church. I would become a pastor, and I would start preaching the gospel and start making money and just start get my nonprofit status and go get this money, right? But there's this damn thing, this moral compass inside of me instilled by my mother and my father here that says that wouldn't be right to take advantage of people like that. So I don't want to do that. I do want to preach. I want to preach the gospel of Black history and culture, right? And love and empowerment to my community. But I don't have to do it in a manner that's just money over everything, right? Now, but those are my opinions. Those are my thoughts. And I'm wondering what yours are, right? This is a hot topic discussion around the community right now, but I want to add the lens or the layer of money over morality, right? Is this the thing that we're on? Money at all costs. Oh man, Fred, you got to get some money in this world. This is what it's about. So I wonder, while the Africans were being human trafficked, would you just actively take part in it because you can make some money? Like, at what point do you draw the line? Where can't you be bought? Somebody in my comments asked that question. I just wonder what all of our price is, right? And that's a really good question, right? And he asked me specifically. I said, I don't know. Somebody try me though, right? Try me. Let's see, right? Let's see if I have a price. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I like to think I don't, right? But we all talk about it. But I don't know. How big was the check that was dangled in front of Nelly and Snoop, right? Is that make a decision? I saw people saying, Snoop is worth at least 3 times more than Nelly, and Nelly just sold his masters for $50 million. They feel like he might got enough money. You don't know what his financial situation is. $50 million might take him $50 million in the hole, right? He might have been $100 million in the hole. You have no idea what somebody's finances is. So to say they got enough money, you don't know what's going on. Yeah, but I just wonder, right? We wonder a lot of things here. So anyway, Trump America starts today. It is happening on the celebration, the recognition and celebration of MLK Day. So shout out to the King, MLK. But we got a great program going on today, right? So if you're not interested in watching the inauguration, Snoop and Nelly, or any of that, you can come and watch us with our event honoring Dr. King, but asking an important question. Has MLK's dream become a nightmare? Has MLK's dream become a nightmare? And that's a great question to pose to us, but I want you to get out of your feelings, because this is not an attack on Dr. King, right? Dr. King is gone from this earth. Dr. King has made the ultimate sacrifice. Dr. King's legacy is secure. Dr. King did his work. If the dream became a nightmare, that's because of you and I, because we let the dream down. So did it? What do you think of when it comes to the dream becoming a nightmare? Is it a nightmare? Is the dream still intact? Are we going to actualize it? We're going to have that conversation today, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. I'm going to drop the link in the description so you can sign up. We got a couple of hours before it all kicks off. Really excited to do this today and to celebrate Dr. King and challenge the community, right? And we're going to kick off our Black History Month. There's a lot going on here at Urban Intellectuals as usual. But again, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think about Nelly and Snoop participating in Trump's inauguration. Is it a big deal? Fuss over nothing? The community outrage for nothing as usual? He's the president of the United States. Why wouldn't you perform? There is pushback and conversation about people giving these two pass, these black men, but when Chrisette Michele performed at the first inauguration, her career hasn't recovered since. So is there some sort of patriarchal bias when it comes to men? Has the country evolved? Have we moved in thought What are your thoughts down in the comments? Let me know. Again, this is Freddie Taylor, CEO and founder of Urban Intellectuals. Black History Made Easy is not only our mantra, it is our promise. But underneath all of that is really empowerment to the community. That's what we are building. That's what we are growing. That's why you see us exposing our audience to different things, different lines of thought that they're going to need to be successful in the future. One thing that I can say, tapping out of this discussion, is that Trump ain't gonna save us. Biden didn't save us. Obama didn't save us. No politician is here to save us. We're gonna have to save ourselves. As Dr. Clark always says, here you go right here, you have no friends. You have no friends. And if you're looking for a friend, you better look in the mirror. So I'm looking in the mirror. I see you. You see me. Let's do some work that we both know that we need to do to ensure that MLK's dream does not become a nightmare, but is actualized in the Garvey sense, right? Where my man at? He back here somewhere. Bam, there we go. In the Garvey sense, of which Garvey was recently pardoned yesterday by Joe Biden. Self-determination, right? Up you mighty people. I love it. Let's go, good people. I'm looking forward to having a conversation today. Hopefully you show up. I'm going to show out. Let's get into it. Until next time, love, peace, and power to the people.